What's happening, folks out there? It's Brando Oglinick, and I want to talk about in this video really quickly how to get more sales on Etsy. And I've got kind of a cough, so you're going to have to bear with me. But I'm also going to cover not just that, I'm going to cover some things that have allowed me just in the last couple months create a full-time income working very part-time, very strategically on the internet. So you're going to want to pay attention to this stuff. You're going to want to know this because when it comes to this, getting more sales on Etsy, what I'm going to share with you is very generic, so you can take it, literally apply with Etsy or something else, but this is really what it comes down to. It is three things, okay? That is getting specific with your audience, getting very, very targeted to your target audience. Most of you watching this, if you're on Etsy and you're a seller, if you're selling, your own jewelry or your own art or your own clothing or digital information, most people, okay, what they do is they offer a variety of things, or they don't even know who their target market is. So first thing you need to do is figure out your target market, okay? And you want to get as specific as you possibly can to gender, to age, okay? And then from that point, you want to look at competitors. Look at competitors on Etsy. See what they're selling that's very similar to you, and don't copy them, but look at what's working for them, okay? And add that with your own little twist into your own Etsy services, all right? So that's the first thing you want to do. You want to target specifics, okay? Age, gender, items, okay? And you want to get as targeted as you possibly can. The second thing you need to do, alright, if you want to get more sales on Etsy, is you need to learn how to attract that audience specifically to you. Not Etsy, not Etsy's website, but to you. And a lot of people screw this up on Etsy, and what they'll do is they'll send people straight to the Etsy checkout page for that specific product and service, or they'll send people straight to their Etsy store. You don't want to do that. Alright, you got to keep in mind there are hundreds of thousands of people, not just on Etsy, but other retail stores online. Pardon me for the cough there, sound like I'm about to cry. You got to keep in mind there's hundreds of thousands of people out there on the internet who are selling stuff, okay? And if you want to separate yourself from what they're doing, which all they're doing is sending people straight to a checkout page or sending them straight to the front of their website, okay, which you don't want to do, is use systems online. Use third-party systems and learn really the skills to building a business online. Learn the skills. Have that down, so whether you decide to stick with Etsy or another opportunity, you have that skill set and you can take it anywhere and just build a massive, massive business model, alright? So that's the second thing, alright? The third thing is you got to make sure that what you have is of value and you're marketing it in a way that works with that product and service, okay? So that's really the three things that you need to know when it comes to making more sales with Etsy. I hope that clears up some things. I hope that helps you out. And like I said, my experience with this actually goes back, pardon me, over the last year when I came across a person who is not on Etsy but who is making just stupid amounts of money on the internet because they weren't dealing with products, because they weren't creating their own products, which I'll just tell you, for those of you creating your own products, you're limiting the amount of income you can make. Why? Because when it's based on your self-production, what that means is every time you get a client, you have to produce. Alright, if you stop producing, your income stops. Alright, it's not the best way to build a business, and a lot of people do that, which not to say it's good, bad, right, or wrong, but if you want to build something that's sustainable, that's long-term, it's not the best thing to do. But anyway, I came across this person. They weren't creating their own products, they weren't building their own websites, they weren't doing anything technical, they weren't dealing with inventory, and because they're making just a high multiple six-figure income, traveling like 11 months out of the year, I began to copy what they were doing, and in a couple of weeks with their help was able to create a full-time income working very part-time, very strategically. And the best tip I could leave you with, if you got anything out of that, was connect with someone, alright? Whether it's with Etsy or another online business, find someone who's building a business online in a way that gets the results that you want, okay, that creates leverage, that creates flexibility, alright, and model what they're doing, copy what they're doing, okay? It's the best thing that you could do, hands down. It's what worked for me, it can definitely work for you, alright, and it doesn't get as complicated as it needs to be, alright? It doesn't need to get as complicated as it needs to be. So I hope you enjoyed this. It's been a pleasure shooting it for you. Like I said, apologize for the cough, been trying to hold it in. I'll probably cough one more time before this video, but that said, if you do want to learn how to do this, if you want to learn the skills behind building a business online, whether it's with Etsy or something else, if you want to learn that foundation, the same thing that's allowed me to create a full-time income working part-time, very strategically, connect with me on my site. It's 123marketingtips.com. I'll put a link down below in the description. What you'll see when you go there is a video from myself and my business partner, both explain in detail how you can do this to get the results that you want and literally get a business up and off the ground in profit in the next couple of days if you wish. And then after that, you'll see testimonials from people who I personally work with, average, ordinary folks from all different walks of life who've had no business experience online, who are creating consistent $200 days, $300 days, and over that too. So cool stuff. You'll see that on the inside, and look forward to sharing it with you. Look forward to seeing you also this year on the beaches of the world. Take care.